G'day legends, as you saw from the opening there, I'm in sunny Queensland. That's right, I've dragged the old DIY caravan a couple of thousand Ks up the coast. Just spent a week with the kids on the New South Wales coast, and I've landed just outside Brisbane here, about to get on that ferry. Had an overnight in a scout camp here, 33 degrees. The van stood up really well. I was quite impressed with how insulated it is and how comfortable the night was. I was a bit freaked out because I'm the only person here, and I reckon if I screamed no one would hear me, so I did have the axe inside the van for the night, but all good. Got out of here with no dramas. Just about to head off, got to stock up the fridge and a few other bits and pieces, then I'll jump on the ferry across to Moreton Island. Hopefully that all goes smoothly. Haven't actually really driven the Ranger on sand match, let alone towing a van, so we'll see how that goes. Got a mate over there, he's 50th, a few blokes. I've got a house actually, so I get to glam it up for a few days before I start camping on Moreton Island, but yeah, let's jump in. Just landed at the ferry terminal pretty early actually, a couple of hours early. Had nothing else to do. I'd done all my shopping and everything ready for the trip over, so I thought I'd pull into the shady spot here and just drop the tyres. So I've gone 16 on the front and 19 on the back. They recommend 16 to 18, but with the weight on the back I didn't want to go much less than 19-20, so that's there. I'm just using these TPMS, iCheck TPMS deflators. They're pretty good, pretty easy to use, seem to work alright. And I've also got the Airbag Man proper gauge for pumping them back up, which gives me a really accurate reading on them as well. So I've dropped the van. They sit at 50 when they're normal running on the road. Got them down to 22, I think I left them at. There's a fair bulge in it, so hopefully that's good enough. But yeah, we'll be driving on pretty soon, hopefully, over there. Yeah. Yeah. Thought that might happen. A little bit stuck. Tow ball's dragging on the ground. So get the max trucks into it.
Go, go, go.
Oh, the damage done. Pretty lucky. Nothing, it just rubs off. A bit of a paint mark, and I knocked the cap off that, which just pops back in and hit there as well. It just rubs off. God, lucky, so lucky that nothing really bad happened then, but them's the brakes, I guess. Anyway, at the house now, time to relax. Just come across to the eastern side of the island. Absolutely spanking day, beautiful water. The water temperature is amazing. Just throwing a line in, seeing if we can grab something. Catching a few dart, a little bycatch, but hopefully we get something a bit bigger this time. And yeah, I might throw the drone up and give you a look around as well. Finally jagged by myself. Beautiful fish. Not very good on the chew though. I'll let this little guy go. Absolutely shuffled. Heaps of pippies in the sand here. Just bury your feet in and they pop up typically. Absolutely, easily the best bait. Nothing's touching the pilchards we're using, so yeah, pippies are the go. Try and find one.
Move around till you feel them.
A bad little backdrop there. It's Moreton Island hanging around there. Just doing a bit of a troll. Not far out, probably a couple hundred metres. It's got a free tow out by the Whitley, which was nice. And I saved a bit of fuel because I didn't bring enough, it seems. But anyway, I'm sure we'll have some fun. Definitely worse places I could be than just bumping around here in Moreton Bay, just off the island. The island's just behind you in about 100 metres offshore I am. I've been floating around here most of the day. Joined the big boat and got dragged around a bit to save a bit of fuel because I'm running low. We did a bit of fishing out there, caught a heap of undersized snapper. The limit here, the legal size limit here is 35 centimetres in Queensland, so they seem to be all about 33, 34. So we threw those back, much to the enjoyment of the dolphins that came in and had a bit of a frolic. They got a good feed out of that. So it seems like the order of events for the last couple of days has been feeding the local wildlife with the eagles yesterday and the dolphins today. And it's actually, I think the traditional owners, the Ngugu people, have been here for many thousands of years. They lived a complete marine lifestyle out here, had a total symbiotic relationship with the marine life, and they used to slap their spears on the water, and the dolphins would bring in the fish into the shallows for them to net and to spear, and then they'd pay them back with a few throwbacks for the dolphins to eat. looks like we did a bit of that today as well, which is pretty cool. I don't know what the afternoon's going to bring. I'm going to head back in, and we've got some snags getting cooked up on the beach, so I can smell them from 100 metres offshore because I'm that hungry. So I'll head in and grab a few of those, and then boys off on the ferry in the morning. I'm hanging around. We're going to do a couple of days camping. Carly, my partner, she's going to head over and see what we can get up to. I want to do some snorkeling and hopefully catch some fish that we can actually keep and eat. Would be nice as well. But yeah, stay tuned. Yeah, so they said goodbye to the boys. They jumped on the ferry this morning. They're heading back to Brisbane. I've just moved the van from the house down to Ben Ewa campground and set up. It's doing a bit of a drive. Went and got some fuel for the boat. Pretty hectic little beach stretch actually. I've learned a lot about sand driving in the last few days, I tell you. And yeah, towing nearly 2 tons worth of Caravan on my very first sand driving expedition probably wasn't the smartest thing I've ever done, but definitely learned a lot. Not too much damage, got away with it, which is good. Yeah, so I just got some petrol for the boat because I'd nearly run out. Got a full day here tomorrow with some really good weather coming, so looking like I'll probably just spend the entire day in the boat exploring, really, go to the north and south of the island. Hopefully the wind is favourable and we're not too choppy. Yeah, I took the chicken track actually. I call it the chicken track, which is the resort. You can contact the resort there and ask them for an escort through the resort, and you have to pay $30. Get you down to the beach where the ferry drop-off point is, and that's pretty close to the Ben Ewa campground. So I did that this morning. That got me to Ben Ewa safely. I didn't want to have to go through that stretch of boggy shit again. Put pressure on the boys, potentially getting bogged, getting me out of a bog, I should say, before they had to catch the ferry. And I didn't really want to do there's a fairly big jumpy bit, huge potholes where you're bouncing like crazy, and I think carrying the Caravan, I'm bound to break something with it. Well, probably not, but I didn't want to take the risk. So all's well that ends well. Set up on camp. I'll show you when I get back there now. Getting ready for a day of exploring. I had to pack the boat down, but I'll set it back up again, and we'll be good to go. So there we go. We're about to head into the campground. This is Ben Ewa. I was going to show you me setting up camp here, but there was too many people around and I felt self-conscious, so I didn't. What I will do is just show you as we drive in. So yeah, actually didn't realise, but there's showers here, which is amazing. There's a dump point for toilets. They're only cold showers, I think, and then obviously the dunnies there as well, the composting dunnies. Not many people here. I think a lot of people cleared out today because it's the end of a long weekend. There's still a couple around, but yeah, I managed to get a really good site that I could just reverse the van straight into, and there she is, straight ahead in her natural habitat. So yeah, Carly will be here in a couple of hours. I'm going to get the boat reset up and filled up, and that'll be ready to roll for when we want to use it. And yeah, rock and roll. Speak to you guys again a bit later.